explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
Fight back this cold and flu season with the world's best garlic extract, Ali C. Why Ali C? Because it helps your body fight viruses, bacteria, and fungi. Ali C has been scientifically proven in double-blind studies using low doses to greatly reduce the number, severity, and duration of common colds. Ali C contains 300 milligrams of stabilized allicin, the active ingredient in crushed garlic. Studies show Ali C is effective against MRSA, bacterial, fungal, and viral infections. One tablet of Ali C has the equivalent of 40 cloves of garlic. Ali C supports your body's resistance to all types of conditions and can help lower high blood pressure and high cholesterol. So boost your body's resistance to infection with nature's best garlic extract, Ali C. For more information and to order Ali C, call 877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com. That's 1-877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com for your Ali C today.
Historically, similar orders, Romans, Greeks, Scandinavians, also all considered groves to be sacred spaces.
What happened once the ceremony began?
It was so creepy. I had snuck in. I'd seen the 40-foot stone owl. I'd seen the black altar in front of it during the day. Then as it got dark, to watch over 1,000 prominent people march down the little pond in front of this idol, and then to see the ritual unfold from there, I was thinking one thing: get the footage and get out of here.
Some of the wealthiest and most influential men in the country are meeting to discuss some of the biggest ideas, not just in America, but worldwide. Are they making handshake agreements? Come on. I don't think U.S. presidents are meeting in secret to plot against us.
Oh, no.
But I do believe that there are people out there who would benefit from hanging out socially with a president. So the question is, how far would those people go? We're in California investigating the Bohemian Club. In the year 2000, Alex Jones actually managed to covertly record the cremation of care ceremony. Anyone could have busted him any second. It reminded me of that scene from Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where the non-body snatchers are trying to blend in with everyone else. When he gets to the spot where they do the cremation of care ceremony, though, it suddenly gets real dark. It's a scene that looks like a crowded amusement park at night. You know, when everyone's standing around shoulder to shoulder, waiting for the fireworks to start. As the ceremony begins, people are dressed in what look like long robes, like a monk would wear. They're carrying flaming torches. They start walking on and off some sort of stage set in front of this giant owl.
What are we seeing here? I mean, it looks like a cross or something?
That's a person. It's a herald. And he's saying, "For behold, here is Bohemia's shrine, and holy are the pillars of this house." This is their temple, these redwoods. And while all this is going on, a black carriage comes out, an old-fashioned hearse led by horses, and there is a body in effigy there. The owl is saying there's only one goddess that can help us, only one true deity. And they bring fire, and then the owl starts speaking to them, saying, "You've got to burn dull care," and it's an effigy of a child-sized human figure. So then Care says, "No, you're not," and a thunderbolt is thrown down.
And what looks like a comet shoots through the air and at the stage. Alex says it was an elaborate pyrotechnic show, and that was it. That was the cremation of care ceremony. And I can tell you it looks no better, no cooler than what they have in a fraternity, but just with really good pyrotechnics.
So this is part of the pyrotechnics.
And yes, and then the owl starts speaking and said, "Listen, you gotta give me that effigy, you gotta burn it right now, and I'll take care of all your problems."
A word of caution here, and this may be the most important thing I say in this entire episode. It is very dangerous to try to interpret something from the outside. It's as if someone unfamiliar with Christianity stepped into a Catholic church and heard a priest in the middle of Holy Communion say the words, "This is the body of Christ, this is the blood of Christ." Without knowing the context, the ritual can seem strange or unusual, even a little frightening. The same goes for the cremation of care or any other unfamiliar ceremony. Without context, we cannot possibly know what is going through the mind of the Bohemian Grove.
And that's enough. Again, that's just a few minutes of it. You can watch the whole thing at historychannel.com on the Decoded site, and they're obviously going to be re-airing it, unless they do like they did with Ventura and pull the show like they did with the Police State on another network on True TV. But, that's it. The ritual's over. That's all. That's all that happens. No, that's not all that happens, and I went over all of that. And I went over them bringing it in and begging for its life and how they believe they put all their cares onto it like some type of voodoo doll. And then there's the implication, this is the most important thing. It's very dangerous for outsiders to try to interpret this. We know what's going on. They've got stuff from Faust in there. They've got stuff from Babylon. They've got the biggest ingredient in this witch's brew is druidic, death cult, Germanic type stuff. But also there's Jewish mysticism type stuff. Because all this is very similar to each other. I mean, the occult's very similar across the board. The Aztecs were doing sacrifices. The Druids were doing it. There's cases in the Bible of human sacrifice going on. And give not your children to the fires of Moloch. They throw their children in, before the bull, the deity of the bull. And people say, well, why are you calling this Moloch then if it's an owl? They, in their literature, call it Moloch. See, occultists mix and match all this stuff, and they address it as a male. They address it as a female. They first address it as a goddess. Then they address it as a male deity. That's that pantheistic occultism. And yes, we've done the research. I made the film Dark Secrets Inside Bohemian Grove. And then another 45-minute special. So it's 2 films on 1 DVD. Dark Secrets Inside Bohemian Grove, The Order of Death, over 2 hours on 1 DVD, 2 films, available at Infowars.com. If you want to see the truth and have it in high quality. It's also all over the internet for free, obviously.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
Alex told you the government announced recently that the recession is over. It ended on June of 2009. The millions of Americans unable to find work might not agree. Perhaps the recession ended for the bankers and government employees, but for the rest of us, things seem to be getting worse. Gold and silver haven't heard the news either. They've begun their long-expected journey to the moon. In addition to converting your shrinking dollars into gold and silver, you should consider a food savings account from eFoods Direct. They both make fabulous investments. Food is our greatest dependency, and we know it will be more precious than any financial resource. You and your family need food to survive a crisis, and you can't eat paper, stocks, or metals. Alex has been urging you to invest in delicious, easy-fix meals to enjoy now or save for long term. This will freeze the cost of your food while you can still afford it. Visit efoodsdirect.com on the internet or call 800-409-5633. That's efoodsdirect.com or 800-409-5633.
We are live, my friends. We're here Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central, back Sundays 4 to 6 p.m. Now, I want to set the stage here by playing a video clip, and then we're going to Kurt Haskell, one of the survivors of the Christmas Day attempted bombing of that aircraft, not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before last, 14 months ago. But all of this comes on the heels of Wikileaks putting out government documents and saying, oh my gosh, the FBI is now searching for hijacked supporters who were casing things. But in the document, the media is focusing on the scary, Al-Qaeda people who haven't been caught and how the FBI has been dispatched to the Middle East to try to find them. But in the document, it admits that they were known by intelligence and that the FBI was told to stand down. And that's Paul Joseph Watson's article dealing with this at prisonplanet.com. WikiLeaks bombshell points to 9/11 stand down. Now, what do we have going on with Anwar al-Awlaki, the #3 guy in al-Qaeda? 2 months after 9/11, secretly meeting. In fact, let's put up that Fox News article. Secretly meeting at the Pentagon while he's on the news as one of the top al-Qaeda people. Now they admit he was behind the Fort Hood shooter. He was behind the Christmas Day bomber. He was supposedly behind the underwear bomber, the Christmas Day bomber. He was supposedly behind the shoe bomber, the Times Square bomber. But he's protected. And then I interview Springman of the Saudi Arabian embassy for the U.S. when they were ordered back before 9/11 to let Mohammed Atta and others back in. And when others in the visa office complained, they were told, don't worry, they're not really terrorists. This is part of drills. They're government agents. And you got the Newsweek headline, hijackers trained at U.S. military bases. And Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Butler, the head of the Defense Language School, saying they were trained at his school. The list goes on and on and on. But with Mutallab, the underwear bomber, he looks disheveled, kind of looks drugged. He gets led onto the plane. They get him on the plane without all the proper documents. Kurt Haskell and his wife, who are both lawyers, watch this. Then they see all the chicanery on the plane. He comes out and talks about it. The FBI says that can't be true. And then months later, after Christmas, in February, the State Department deputy head, Kennedy, says, yes, an unnamed U.S. agency asked us to let him get on the plane and not stop him and to basically give him the visa. Now, Kurt Haskell has now said more, but there's the Fox News headline, exclusive. Al-Qaeda leader died at the Pentagon just months after 9/11. I want to play this short Fox News clip from a few weeks ago outside dealing with the underwear bomber and his trial. And Mr. Haskell, he and his wife survived it, and everything they've said has now been totally proven. Here it is.
Today's scare comes as the man known as the underwear bomber appears in federal court in Detroit. Umar Farouk Abdulmutallab is accused of trying to blow up a plane over Detroit on Christmas Day 2009. Fox News' Amy Lang has more from outside federal court, where a trial date has now been set. Amy.
Yes, a trial date has been set, but it was actually more interesting to hear from a couple of the passengers who showed up here at court today, who have a very interesting theory about what really happened.
The U.S. government escorted him through security without a passport, and we believe gave him an intentionally defective bomb.
It's a startling allegation from two local attorneys who were on board the 2009 Christmas Day flight to Detroit when Umar Farouk Abdulmutallab tried to blow up a bomb hidden in his underwear.